One of the most common complaints that people make when they come in for therapy is that they struggle with perfectionism. Perfectionism is a pretty powerful self-destructive thought. And it's hard to understand why we punish ourselves by believing we are so imperfect and comparing ourselves to others, believing that they are perfect. And there's different theories of comparison, but there's a ton of research into people comparing themselves and wanting to believe that what they have is better. But somehow, when we get what's better, and we get what's better, and we get what's better, there's always something more. It's like this never-ending striving towards this perfection, material possessions, academic standing, job status, relationship status, whatever it is about us, our self-care strategy, self-betterment. And as much as self-betterment is excellent, and it can really soothe our hot brain, when perfectionism takes over, it robs us of the soothing. So there's just this natural tendency to punish ourselves. We reward ourselves, we do kind things for ourselves, we do self-care, and rather than having this experience of easing into a joy, easing into a happiness, easing into being taken care of, we can continue to be stuck in this loop of perfectionism. And if we're stuck in the loop of perfectionism, we don't know how to savor the kind and good things that we are doing for ourselves. So perfectionism is a pretty tricky one. It's pretty complicated and deep-rooted in many of us, especially North Americans. We just work so hard to have image. And if you're somebody who struggles with perfectionism, it's not something that you're just gonna quick fix. I can't give you a real solid, easy tip of like, here's what you do, and it'll solve all your perfectionism. The truth with perfectionism is we need a practice of self-compassion. And like so many other things, we need to get slow. To get slow, to notice ourselves, to have grace for ourselves, love ourselves, and when we do kind things for ourselves, to pay attention to the voice in our head. And if that peanut gallery is going and telling us all sorts of awful things about who we are, then that's going to be pulling us away from whatever kind gesture we're trying to make to ourselves. So the truth is if you're looking at other people and noticing their strengths and weaknesses, which is human nature, we all do it, it's okay to feel bad about yourself at times. It's okay to be honest with ourselves about our limitations. And if anything, the more we notice our limits and accept them and integrate them into who we are, the more power and voice we have to contend with the perfectionistic parts of each one of us. Perfectly imperfect is the goal. Perfectly imperfect. And perfectionism, it's a hard one, so go easy on yourself. You're not alone. It's a struggle, and there's a lot of amazing people that we rub shoulders with. And it's always going to be hard to keep up with everybody. The only person we get to keep up with is just us as individual selves and taking care of this beautiful landscape that we have inside. Imperfect is the new perfect. How about that?